So today I was suffering from an annoying stomach ache, but I was able to cure it. I was able to heal it because I know what I have been teaching to you guys. I practice what I preach. The same principle that I teach you guys on how to overcome your panic attacks can be used in multiple different facets of your life. I used it in order to heal my stomach ache today. So, what I did was I lay down for a couple of minutes until I was very still, until I felt like I was completely relaxed. Then I started to imagine that I got up from my bed and my stomach felt very strong. It felt very vibrant. And in my imagination, I started running, I started jumping up and down, and I started to imagine that my stomach didn't hurt at all. I started to imagine that I was smiling because my pain had disappeared. And while I was imagining all of these things in my mind's eye, as I was meditating, as I was visualizing this stuff, a smile came to my face as well. A feeling of relief, a feeling of empowerment was all over my body as well. And I just replayed this mental movie for just 5 or 6 times, and I felt like I had completely become a different human being. I felt like it really went away. I felt like my ache would not bother me anymore. And then I stood up and there was no stomach ache. So, this is the same principle that I have been teaching you on how to overcome your panic attacks. The reason why this principle works is because this universe that you can perceive through your five senses is actually just an illusion. It is immaterial, it is mental, and it is spiritual. This is the reason why yogis have been calling this physical world as Maya. Maya means illusion. It is an illusion because yogis know very well that their personal reality is projected from their own state of consciousness, from their own state of mind. Your world is just an extension of your mind. So if you can change your mind, you will inevitably change your world. Even your genetics, if you are just able to upgrade your state of consciousness, your genes responsible for bad mental health and panic attacks will start to turn off, and your genes that are responsible for good mental health will start to turn on. So, if you can just upgrade your state of consciousness, if you can change your state of mind into becoming a very pleasant one, then you can overcome anything, including your panic attacks. So, if you want to see yourself as a very happy, relaxed, empowered, joyful person, if you want to never experience panic attack ever in your life again, if you want your friends and family to compliment you on how amazing and peaceful you have become, if you want your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend or your competitors to see you and just be jealous on how good you are doing and regret that they ever messed with you, then understand that there are just 3 steps of changing this reality, changing your physical reality. And you can do it. If you can just show up every day, you will master these 3 steps. And one day, when your attention span is really keen, you will change overnight. You don't have to spend countless amount of dollars and hours in order to heal your panic attacks, buying all these anxiety medications and dealing with all these therapy sessions. If you can just do these 3 simple steps and you master this, then one day you will go to bed at night doing all these 3 simple steps, and the next morning you will be completely healed. So, 3 steps. Number one is relaxation. You need to relax in such a way that your brain produces alpha waves and theta waves. Now, I personally do yoga nidra meditation where I just put my attention all over my body and I just feel relaxed. But that's because I am really good at staying still, sitting still, or laying down still, and I can just move my attention all over my body very proficiently. It's been a habit of mine. But when I was starting out, I could not sit still even for 1 minute. I just had to stand up, I just had to move away because I could not face all these inner demons that was present inside of my own mind and body. So if you're that kind of person, what you need to do is you just muster up all the courage in this world, sit your body down, Close your eyes and start chanting Om. A-U-M, Om. I have a video on how to chant Om correctly. It's a 21-minute video. You can chant along with me. Now, what chanting Om does is it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, putting you at a state of ease and preparing you for a deeper state of meditation. Also, in yogic perspective, it affects your energy body. When your energy body is affected in a positive way, it becomes very vibrant, and it naturally starts to heal your physical body and your mental body. So I have personally known people who have healed their panic attacks simply by chanting Om for 20 minutes a day, 2 times a day for 3 months. So just chant Om if you're a newbie. And after 20 minutes of chanting Om, what you're going to notice is your body will be completely relaxed, but your mind will be completely awake. This is the moment that you will understand that your brain is now really good at visualizing stuffs. Now, what you have to do is you start to imagine all the things that you want to do after your panic attacks have become completely healed. You start to imagine that you are completely a different person. You are now a completely happy, joyful, relaxed, empowered, grateful person. Start to imagine that you are that kind of person, and start to imagine how are you going to view the world now that you have become that person. When you wake up, are you going to have a very big smile on your face instead of heart palpitation and sweat coming from your face? Start to visualize that. As you go to bed at night, are you going to just say, "Oh my God, my day was wonderful. I had such an amazing day. I met with a lot of interesting people. I was really happy all throughout the day." You want that, right? So start to visualize that you're actually saying as you're about to go to sleep. Just look up at your watch in your imagination. It's 10 p.m. or it's 11 p.m. and you just have a big smile on your face. Yes, my day was awesome. Start to visualize that, because what that does is it signifies your mind that you are actually a changed human being. When you start to visualize all these things, then your mind starts to believe that, oh my God, this person has actually healed. This is the reason why he's smiling as he is about to go to sleep, and he's waking up with a big smile on your face. You need to trick your mind, because your mind cannot differentiate between an imagined scenario, which is provided with all the sensory vividness, and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. So start to provide all the sensory vividness to your imagination. Start to visit new places. Start to go up to new social events in your imagination. Start to crack jokes with your friends and family. Start to hear them compliment you. Start to tell your friends and family in your imagination, "Hey guys, you don't have to worry about me. I am completely fine these days. I have cancelled all of my therapy sessions. I don't buy anxiety medications anymore." Start to hear them compliment you on how relaxed you have become, on how peaceful you have become lately. If you are inflicted with a lot of mental pain, then you probably cannot date right now. So just start to date in your imagination. Start to toss that person's hair, start to smell their perfume, start to hug them, start to kiss them, start to drink coffee with them, because right now maybe you cannot drink any stimulating agents. So you start to smell the aroma of your coffee, drink coffee. Everything that you cannot do right now because of your panic attacks, start to do all of those things in that imaginary scenario. Now, you have to imagine as if you're the first person actor in your imaginary scenario. Don't imagine as if you're watching a movie and you're just a spectator and you're just some third person. That's not going to work. You have to place yourself as the first person actor in your imagination. Now, after that, what you need to do is you need to keep rehearsing this imaginary scenario over and over and over again. So what happens is, once you start to imagine all of these wonderful things, your brain start to create neural networks that reflect like whatever you have imagined has actually happened to you in real life. Now, as you rehearse this mental movie enough times, the neural network become hard and set. and it's going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings that are equivalent to that imaginary scenario. Of course, your imagination was wonderful, so you're going to feel all the wonderful feelings, all the positive feelings in your body, all these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, because now that you're completely healed, of course, you're going to feel gratitude. And the moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. We have this very backward idea that in order to feel grateful, in order to feel thankful, we need to be healed first. But that's not how this works. If you are creating from this energetic principle, if you are creating from this principle of imagination, then you need to understand that your feelings come first. You have to feel the feelings of your gratitude first, and then your healing begins. So the only thing that you need to get really good at is sustaining these elevated emotions for an extended period of time. And you are really good at it because you are sustaining an emotion of anxiety and worries and concern for so long. Why? Because you have been practicing feeling this way. You have been all your life, you have been practicing feeling this way. You have been imagining worst possible cases for your future. But now what you need to do is just show up every day. Start to do these three simple steps every day. And once you show up every day, what you're going to notice is your attention span is naturally going to grow longer and longer. Right now, because of all this instant gratification, all these TikTok shorts, all these Instagram shorts, reels, and YouTube shorts, alcohol, drugs, your attention is being taken away by this modern world and technology. So you need to really show up every day and do these three simple steps every day, and you will be able to put your attention on a particular imaginary scenario and feel the emotions of that imaginary scenario, and your life will completely change. This is the way to change your life. This is the way to create your life. You are not the victim of your life. You're not the victim of your environment. You're not the victim of your genetics. You are actually the creator. This is the reason why Bible says that the kingdom of heaven lies inside of you. All the happiness lies inside of you. This is the reason why Bible says that you are made in the image of God. So start acting like one. Upanishads say Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the source of creation. So start tapping into your source of creation, start to create your life of your desired future. You can do it, and I have made a ton of videos on how to completely overcome your panic attacks. But if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then message me on my Gmail, my Viber, my Telegram, and my WhatsApp, which are all in the description box down below. You have to remember that the sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imagination. By the way, in my country, a load shedding happened, so this video is dark, but I hope you can forgive me. Yeah, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.